Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to this week's Forex Focus. I hope you've all had a good week in the markets and you've managed to bag yourself a few pips out there. Obviously, we had those yen trades which we looked at last week and they all played out really nicely. So hopefully you managed to take a look at those and you decided for yourselves that they were the types of trades that you wanted to go for. What we're going to do, as always, we're going to look ahead at the into the FX markets and see what could be setting up. And there are a great number of opportunities that we could be trading this week. So without further ado, let's jump over to the charts and take a look at what could be setting up. So the first one that we're going to take a look at is the Aussie CAD. Now the Aussie CAD we were looking at as an opportunity to actually take a short on a break of the trend line, which you can see here on the daily chart. But since then it's actually bounced from that trend line and it's bounced up with quite some momentum. So we're looking for an opportunity to take this long, probably from the 1 hour chart. As you can see on Friday's trading, it broke out above this structure level here. And it's now looks like it's pulling back a little bit. Now, we're obviously not going to buy it up around the highs over here, but we'd be waiting for the market to pull back to around this previous level of resistance, which could then act as support. Hopefully, the moving average will then catch up with it at that point as well. And then we'll be looking to take the long opportunity. We've got other opportunities in the Aussie franc. As you can see, it's pretty much a carbon copy of the Aussie CAD. The market has broken out above structure. The 1 hour chart looks like the one that's going to present us with the most harmonic opportunity there. So this is the one that we're looking to take our position from. Again, see if the market can pull back to this level here, which is actually quite a significant level. If I put that in there for you, you can see that's a significant level of resistance. And when the market comes up to it, it does respect it in some way. So what we'll be looking for is the market to pull back to this level here and then give us a bounce from there. We'll be looking to take that to the long side. The Aussie New Zealand, we've been looking at this for a few weeks now, looking to take this short. I didn't actually get involved in this on Thursday when this initially broke through. And the reason that I didn't do that was because of the way that it opened up on Sunday night. As you can see, it opened down here, broke beneath this low, setting us another low there, and then broke back into this range, and then obviously climbed towards the top of that range where it respected the top of the range, which is obviously a good thing. And we do like to see that because some of our the majority of our day trading actually comes from trading these sorts of key levels here. So waiting for the market to come up to levels that it's previously respected. So obviously you can see this is a previous level of support there. It then becomes resistance. The market breaks through it, comes back there, and that's where you're looking to take a sell from if you're day trading. Okay, and that is sort of like the holy grail. If any of you out there are looking for the best way to approach the markets, the most simple way, it literally is picking support and resistance levels, the key support and resistance levels, and trading from those levels. But anyway, I digress. So looking at the Aussie New Zealand, what we're hoping for here is we're hoping for the market to actually pull back somewhat to around this previous level of support, then let it act as resistance, and when it gets back to that level, that's where we're looking to sell from. Obviously it looks here on that last hour of trading on Friday, it looks like it's going to break further to the downside. If it does that, then unfortunately we might just miss the boat on this one. But really we're looking to sell at higher prices, so we want the market to pull back to this level here. We've then got two opportunities in the Euro Oz and the Euro New Zealand. Now we took profit on these. We actually entered into these a couple of weeks ago. Again, on, as I said to you just now, so trading from key levels, we actually got involved in this trade here when it bounced off of this resistance level here. It kind of gave us a little bit of pain, went sideways for a bit, and then eventually broke down. And we took profits, not right at the low, so just around this area here on Friday, because we feel like the market's gone quite a long way. And if you take a look at something like the 4 hour chart or the daily charts, you can see that it is kind of due a pullback. And from that perspective, we came out of there, took our profits, and waiting for it to pull back to around this level here before we look to short it again. And the same goes for the Euro New Zealand. Again, you can see there where our previous level is, where we're looking to sell from previous levels of support, which become resistance. You're looking for a nice harmonic pullback. It really is the simplest and probably the truest way of trading, pure price action trading. There, obviously, if you have a fundamental driver with it, it makes it a whole lot better. But if you're trading just pure technicals, if you give me, a horizontal line of support and resistance, I will be able to trade the markets. I'll be able to make money from the markets. It really is that simple. But anyway, as I said, so what we're looking at here, the market has broken down. We took profits around these lows here. We're now going to wait for the market to pull back somewhat, at which point we'll be looking to sell it again. We definitely think there's further downside in the Euro New Zealand. We just feel like we rode it for quite a long way there, took some profits, and we'll wait for it to pull back somewhat. Then we've got a couple of other opportunities in the Kiwi, as you can see here. Again, this is one that we were looking to take the breakdown of this trend line from, but as you can see, the market came back to the trend line. It then used it as an area to bounce from. It's bounced through this structure level here. Now we're going to be looking for this to pull back and sort of pull back to this previous level of resistance there, treat it as support, and then bounce on up towards this ultimate high there, which, as you can see, is quite a big level. And the markets do tend to gravitate towards these big levels. And when it gets up there, that's where we'll be looking to sell it. But there's plenty of space, particularly on the 1 hour chart, to be able to get us into this trade, out of it with a positive risk reward. And then we'll be looking to sell it when it comes up to this level here. We then got one final one with the Kiwi, which is this one with the New Zealand franc. And again, it's looking probably like either the 1 hour is going to set up. So you can see it's broken out above structure there. Perhaps it can get that back to this sort of level here. And I'll put in a resistance level. So perhaps it can get back to that level there. And then bounce from there. But if it does get down there, we'd probably be looking to take it from a 4 hour perspective. But you have to see how the price action sets up when it gets to these levels to determine which is the best time frame to take the trade from. Okay, and then one final one is this one in the Euro Pound, and it's actually the one on the 1 hour charts that I like the look of the most. It's kind of been climbing up, as you can see, since Brexit there. It's been moving up, up, up. We've got a nice harmonic pullback here. So what I'm going to be looking for is a break of this trend line on the 1 hour chart. Little break to the upside. We're not saying it's going to be a sustained trend, but I definitely feel that this does have some upside potential. Obviously, if it doesn't then break through these lows here and break to the downside, in which case we'd have a bit of a trend change on our hands. But if it can respect that level, if it can break through that level, then we'll be looking to take a trade to the long side. Okay, so that wraps up this week's Forex Focus. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found some value there. As always, please remember that this is for educational purposes only. We're not authorized or regulated to give trading advice. We're literally just showing you what we're doing and what we do with our own accounts. You've then got to go away and do your own due diligence and your own analysis to decide whether or not those trades are the right trades for you. But as I said, I hope you found value there. There are a lot of good opportunities setting up this week. It's just about remembering to trade from the right levels. If you can be disciplined enough to do that, to wait for the supports and the resistance levels, to wait for the market to react to levels that you're expecting it to react to, okay, and you're getting involved in the high probability trades, then really you have to be successful in the long run. There's no other way if you're doing that and you're being disciplined, okay? But anyway, thank you very much for watching this week's show. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to speaking to you in next week's Forex Focus. Take care now.